He turned and walked into the house. He did not weep, not yet. The father counted the coins himself. He sat alone in his room, dividing silver and gold into piles with trembling hands. Each coin represented something. A harvest survived, a drought endured, a year of labor under the hot sun. He placed them in a leather bag and felt the weight of a lifetime in his palms. When the counting was finished, he called his son. "Sit with me, son, before you go." The son hesitated, then sat. The father held the bag between them, but did not let go. Not yet.
"Let me pray for you."
"Father?" "That's not."
"Reese."
The son fell silent. The father placed his hand on the boy's head.
"May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face shine upon you. May he bring you safely home."
His voice broke on the last word. He pressed the bag into his son's hands. Their fingers touched for a moment. The son pulled away first. The next morning came gray and cold. Fog hung over the hills, hiding the road that led away from home. The younger son moved quickly. He did not stop at his mother's portrait. He did not look into his father's room. At the gate, the father waited, silent still, like a man watching his own heart walk away.
"Goodbye, Father."
He turned and walked into the fog. He did not look back, not once. The father stayed at the gate until long after his son had vanished. That evening, the elder son returned from the fields and found 3 plates set at the table. Then he said he made his choice. He removed the 3rd plate himself and sat down to eat in silence. The father could not touch his food. Later that night, alone in his room, he finally allowed himself to break. He fell to his knees and wept, deep, shaking sobs that no one else could hear. The next morning, before the sun rose fully, he walked to the gate. He stood where the road began and looked toward the horizon. He would return to this spot every morning for months, watching, waiting, just in case today was the day his son came home. The city rose from the horizon like a dream made of stone. The younger son had never seen anything like it. Towering walls, crowded streets, music spilling from every doorway. The air smelled of roasted meat, exotic spices, and possibility. He stood at the gates with his bag of coins and smiled. This is it. This is the life I was made for. He rented a house in a wealthy district. He bought robes of purple and crimson. He threw open his doors and strangers poured in, drawn by the smell of free wine and the rumor of a young man with money to burn. One man came more than the others. His name was Marcus, a merchant's son with quick eyes and an easy laugh. He was always first to arrive and last to leave.
"You know how to live. Most men your age waste away on their father's farms. But you understand that life is meant to be enjoyed."
The son liked hearing this. It made the knot in his chest loosen. One evening, a servant handed him a letter. He recognized his father's handwriting, slow, careful, familiar. He threw it into the fire without opening it. The parties grew louder. One night, the crowd lifted cups and chanted his name. He stood at the center of it all, surrounded by laughter, drowning in praise. But when no one was looking, he stepped onto the balcony and stared at the sky. The stars looked the same here, but they felt farther away. He shook off the feeling and returned to the noise. Walking home from a banquet days later, he passed a beggar slumped against a wall, filthy, hollow-eyed, hand outstretched.
"Please, sir, anything."
The son laughed and tossed a coin at the man's feet.
"Get up and work, like everyone else."
He walked on without looking back, unaware he was staring at his own future. His coin purse grew lighter each week. He did not notice.
The coins ran out faster than he expected. One morning he reached into his bag and found only a handful of silver. He stared at it, confused. There had been so much. Where had it all gone? He sold his furniture first, then the fine robes. Each sale bought a few more days, a few more nights of pretending nothing had changed. But everything had changed. The guests stopped coming. The music faded. The people who had chanted his name now passed him on the street without a glance. Then the famine struck. It swept through the land without warning. Crops withering, wells drying up, bread becoming more precious than gold. The city that had glittered with abundance turned desperate overnight. The younger son searched for Marcus. He found him outside a tavern, wearing new rings, laughing with men the son had never seen.
Marcus, I need help. Just enough to get through the week. You know I'm good for it.
Marcus turned. His eyes moved slowly over the son's worn clothes, hollow cheeks, desperate face.
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
The son's stomach dropped.
It's me. I gave you everything when you needed it. You said you'd never forget.
Marcus shrugged and turned back to his friends.
You must have me confused with someone else.
The door closed. Laughter echoed from inside. The son stood alone in the street, shaking. He knocked on other doors that night. People who had eaten his food, drunk his wine, called him brother. Every door closed. Every face turned away. That night he slept outside for the first time. The stones were cold against his back. His stomach ached with emptiness. The city he had loved no longer knew his name. Hunger drove him out of the city. He walked from farm to farm begging for work. Most turned him away. Too many desperate men, not enough jobs. Finally, a farmer looked him over with cold eyes.
Can you feed pigs?
The son froze. Pigs, unclean animals, everything his father had taught him, everything his people believed, told him this was the lowest work a man could do. A Jewish man did not touch pigs. To feed them was to become an outcast. But his stomach twisted with emptiness. His hands trembled.
Yes, I can feed pigs.
The farmer pointed toward a muddy pen at the edge of his land, far from the house.
Sleep with them. Feed them. I'll sing scraps when I remember.
He did not remember often. Days blurred into weeks. The son lived in the filth, sleeping in mud, waking to the stench of waste and rot. Flies covered everything. The pigs shoved past him as though he did not exist. His ribs pressed against his skin. His robes, once purple and crimson, were now brown with mud and things he could not name. One evening, he poured carob pods into the trough and watched the pigs devour them. His stomach screamed. His mouth watered. Slowly, he knelt beside the trough and reached toward the slop. His hand trembled over the food. Am I really going to eat what pigs refuse to finish? He caught his reflection in a puddle of filthy water. Hollow eyes, sunken cheeks. A stranger stared back at him. What have I become? He pulled his hand back and sat in the mud, knees drawn to his chest. The pigs grunted around him, unaware of his existence. He had never felt so alone. That night, he looked up. The stars were the same ones his father had taught him to count on the rooftop all those years ago. He could almost hear the old man's voice. When you feel lost, look up. They will always lead you home. Home. The word pierced through the numbness like a blade. He buried his face in his filthy hands and wept, not for what he had lost, but for what he had thrown away. He did not sleep that night. He sat in the mud, staring at the stars, while the pigs snored around him. The memory of his father's voice would not leave. They will always lead you home. At dawn, he heard something that broke him. A farmer in the distance was calling for his child. The voice carried across the fields. Warm, worried, full of love.
Son, where are you? Come home.
The younger son's chest seized. He could not breathe. He could not move. The voice sounded so much like his father's that for one mad moment, he thought it was real.